When you think of a CFO, what's the first thing that comes to mind? A man in a suit? Well, let's change that. Meet Miss Manjula Ishwaran, CFO at Zenzo and ZenPlus. Miss Manjula, welcome to Breaking the Glass Ceilings with Zenzo and ZenPlus. Very happy to be speaking with you today. I think the first question that I have in mind is has majorly been a male dominated space. So, did you have to work twice as hard to be taken seriously? What's your take?
Yeah, thank you so much, Disha, for having me on this podcast. I think it's a topic which is close to my heart too, because over the years, I've seen that finance has been uh, mostly a male dominated space.
Right.
Statistics still shows that, there are just about, say, 3 to 4% of women occupying the position of CFO, even in listed companies. Uh, but what I would like to say here is that, um, I'm not sure whether I've worked twice as hard, because I have also seen my male colleagues working very hard in the position of a CFO. And one personal experience which I would like to share with people is, uh, see, stereotyping, glass ceilings, they exist everywhere. That's not just in the corporate world. When I was pretty young, I would like to share this. I had to take my mom to a hospital. And when I went and met the doctor, turned out to be a very critical issue. I was very young then, and the doctor actually told me to get my father to even explain the situation to me. I was a little taken aback. I was working then, and I really couldn't fathom why he would do that, because I was there with my mom, and as a natural course I would have expected him to explain the situation to me. But somehow he did not take me seriously. So from there, that was kind of my first experience with stereotyping. But I chose to walk out of that place. I went to another hospital, and I got my mom operated the next day. So, two learnings which I have had from this is that uh, not all men are bad.
Yes.
Stereotyping exists, but there are a lot of men who also encourage you, who also extend their support. And second, as a woman, you don't give up. You keep trying, and you keep overcoming these challenges.
Right. That was quite interesting. So I think the next question is people often think that finance is just spreadsheets, numbers, and saying no to budgets. What do you think is the biggest misconception about finance?
Ah, This question always, intrigues me.
Hmm.
I think traditionally, finance was associated with playing the role of that of a gatekeeper.
Mhm.
But I would say that has changed completely. And today, finance is what is to a business, say, as to what water is to a plant, right?
Yeah.
We are part of the entire story right from the beginning. We play a very strategic role. Finance is all pervasive. Uh, we actually, nurture the company. Uh, so I would say we are more growth partners
Hmm.
than gatekeepers. So I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions uh, that we have heard. And as a CFO, I think people associate CFOs to be naysayers, saying no to everything. Honestly, our jobs are difficult
Mhm.
because, we have to kind of sieve through tons of ideas and thoughts and concepts and help the company arrive or choose the big idea which is like really feasible and viable for everyone. So I think you need to look at CFOs more as growth partners
Right.
than as gatekeepers. That is what
That was
I
a
would
very good way to
think.
put it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. And so what as even as a woman, what I want to understand from you is being in finance and at the top position of a CFO, how do you actually balance it? Are you able to balance it? And is it difficult? I want to know what's your take on it.
Yeah. So I think I would like to borrow from Indra Nui, former CEO of Pepsi, on this.
Mm.
She, once said that work-life balance is a myth.
Hmm.
And I totally agree with her. Because there will be a lot of occasions when you have missed family dinners, uh, you know, parent teacher meetings, because, work somehow ends up taking a lot of priority. But also, one personal experience which I have had. My son, he keeps telling me, Mom, I do remember a lot of occasions when I have had to attend family functions or dinners with my grandparents because my mom was absent. And somehow that kind of made me a little guilty. But then he also says that, if given a chance, I wouldn't change any of it. I would still want you to be a working mom because I really feel proud of you. I really feel proud of what you have been able to accomplish, and that kind of is satisfying for me. So I think work life balance may be a myth.
Yeah.
It's not like you will be able to achieve it all the time, but I think family support plays a very, very important
I agree.
role here.
Yes.
It kind of negates the impact or effect of you not being there.
That's lovely. And it's so nice to have a supportive son who understands that, and obviously at a young age. So, for all the young girls, watching this, what is something what an advice or a suggestion that you might have for them?
So I think finance is not something to be feared of. I think as women, we are more empathetic. We are excellent in interpersonal relationships. We understand the human aspect of an issue very well. But finance is also more about being assertive, right? About being able to say no, about being able to put your foot down when it comes to critical issues. So, uh, as girls, I think you need to focus on developing your competencies, your skill sets. See, stereotyping, all that, I don't know. I mean, may continue to exist.
Right.
Because there are a lot of cultural factors which influence the thinking of people. But as women, I think if we uh, can show that, our competencies, we are competent and we are able to deliver, the acceptability is very high and the resistance is very practically nil.
Yeah.
Right. And there are a lot of male colleagues whom I have worked with personally and who have been great in terms of their support, in terms of the encouragement that has been given to me. So I think it is not all that bad.
Yeah.
But yes, you need to kind of work on your abilities.
Right. I think that was a lot of uh, wisdom to take from and to learn, even as a young woman. So thank you so much for sharing your journey and experience, and please keep empowering more women to do this.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to reach out to all you young women.
Thank you. We just do one fun section of this podcast. I think we've done serious stuff. We want to do a this or that segment.
Okay.
So you just choose whatever comes to mind. So budget or business growth?
Growth,
Audit day or board meeting?
board meeting,
Spend or save?
save,
Morning person or night owl?
morning,
Nice. Numbers or people?
people,
Leadership or management?
leadership,
Family dinner or late night emails?
family dinner.
And some late night emails. Okay. Heels or sneakers?
Heels,
Oh, nice. Excel shortcuts or AI?
AI,
And the last one, the biggest flex, balance sheet or work life balance?
balance sheet.
Lovely. And we'll do one more rapid fire. It's one word answers. So we'll start with the easy thing. Coffee or tea?
Coffee?
Excel or calculator?
I think not both.
Risk or safe bet?
Risk.
Leadership in one word.
Inspiration.
And one word of advice for every young woman dreaming of C-suite.
Dreams do come true.
You wanted to say something, but I think when I
interrupted
you.
So, one thing which I feel is if you want to change a system, you cannot sit outside and do it. You have to be part of it.
This was really nice. I wish this was part. You come for episode 2 also now. अब कौन आ रहा है नेक्स्ट